Hi guys, welcome back. England squad, Mark 2. There will be a Mark 3 as well when extra Harlequins players are available after the Premiership final. But we've got a squad that's going to form the team to face Scotland A in that A international, that non-capped international. He's sent home some players, he's brought in a few players. Goodness me, there's a lot of new and young players being looked at in this summer series. I mean, maybe a bit overkill, but I can't complain because we want Eddie to look at some of these young players. Some of the picks, I'm not sure, are quite good enough, and some of them are a bit older in their career, if you like. There's not a lot of point picking, but anyway, he's hunting for diamonds. He's trying to be the next Billy Bean and trying to find that diamond. I mean, he found Underhill, he found Tom Curry, he found Sinclair, but since then, it's been a bit dry on the diamond mining, and he's going to see if he can find one. So if you think there's a diamond in the rough in this squad, let me know who it is. Certainly some of these players I rate incredibly highly, and some you just never know till they're in that situation. So anyway, let's talk about the players that are in. They're up on the screen here. We've got Will Capon from Bristol, really good hooker, been through the England age groups, very industrious, very technically good. So yeah, I'm impressed with him. That'll be interesting because all of England's senior hookers, they're away with the Lions, basically. So definitely there is hooker slots available galore. Max Malins comes in from Bristol. He's had a really good season, be it on the wing or at fullback. Look right at home, quick, powerful, very skillful. Absolutely could slot in the back three anywhere. Harry Randall is back. He was picked, remember, for that England squad in the Six Nations, but then got injured. So that's brilliant that he's back. He'll take control. He's a tiny guy, but goodness me, you know he's in charge. Super quick as well. Then finally, Tom Curry's brother, Ben Curry, his twin. He's back into the squad after a long period of injury. I'm sure you all know the story that originally it was him that was picked for England. He got injured, so Tom Curry got called up. And look where Tom Curry is now, being in the World Cup and then with the Lions. Ben Curry really has the same sort of potential to get there, so everyone's looking forward to seeing him. Then we've got a couple of Sale guys, or three Sale guys. Langdon, the hooker from Sale, Bevan Rodd, prop from Sale, and the return of Manu Tuolangi, who to me, I still think he has a lot to offer England. I'd like to see him move into 12 now, give up that 13 slot, let someone else take it, because there's a lot of 13s and not a lot of 12s. Let me know if you think Tuolangi is a waste of time because his time is gone or whatever. I don't think so. I think he still certainly physically has a lot to offer England as a big 12. Then also added in, they were available before I believe, were Furbank. We know that Eddie Jones loves Furbank. And Ollie Slightholme, which is good news, does get a look in. We were a bit wondering why he wasn't included the first time, but it looks like he's just simply looking at a lot of players. So anyway, let's quickly have a look at the team. This is the team that I would pick for that Scotland A game. Let's have a look at it. Ellis Genge in at loosehead. You need to have some experience into this England team. There's not a lot of experience to go around, so Ellis Genge, I think, needs to take up a leadership role. He's been talked about as a leader anyway. Then two inexperienced guys in Blamire and Joe Hayes at tight head. I think Joe Hayes has a huge amount of potential. Could easily start, say, Paul Hill there at tight head. But he's on the bench just to back up, I think, in case he needs it. But I think Hayes could well be the future at tight head. So with Genge there to steady the ship, I think that is an exciting young front row that will definitely be challenged as well. In the second row, I want to see George Martin move into the second row. I don't really see him as a long-term blind side. I think there's so many good back rows in England as well. They don't need him there, but they do need some more second rows coming through. Charlie Ewells, as one of the few experienced guys in there, I think really needs to start. Again, steady the ship, give some leadership. In the back row, again, one experienced guy in Sam Underhill at 7. I'd have him as the captain, leading by example. At 6, interesting, cool, could have gone with a few people. I was thinking of Ben Curry, but I kind of want to save him maybe as a 7 to come on. But Miles Reid, I'm looking for big 6s. Ted Hill could have started there. but I want to start Hill at 8. Ideally, Tom Willis I probably would have started at 8, but I think he's been sent out of this squad. Correct me if I'm wrong there. So I'd have Miles Reed as the 6, Ted Hill as the 8, and then the experienced Sam Underhill at 7. That is a very physical back row. I like it a lot. A little bit inexperienced up in the front 5. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see how they go. It's a bit of a game to nothing, this one, so I think they might as well go for it. Play with some of those inexperienced players. But having said that, I'm going to put one of the more experienced guys in at 9, Dan Robson. This is kind of a bit do or die for Dan Robson, I think. He's been so good for Wasps, hasn't done it yet for England. Now's his chance to take control of this A game. And especially considering he's got a very inexperienced guy outside him in Jacob Umaga. Really needs to help him out, see him through the game. And again, outside Umaga, I'd help him out by giving the big presence of Manu Tuolangi, which is very reassuring. And then if you partner him with Ollie Lawrence, that is England's most powerful midfield that they could put out at this point, period. Into the back 3, I want to give Freddie Stewart a run at 15. He's a real talent. I'd have Malins next to him on the wing just to reassure him, someone who could slot into 15 if needed. Malins would actually be my 10 cover as well, because there's not a lot of 10s in the squad at the moment. I'm sure that will change when the Exeter and Harlequins guys come in. And then I'd give another run for Joe Thokanasiga. I think you've got to really give him a couple more goes. I know he hasn't quite lived up to his potential yet, but the potential is huge. Let's have a look at the bench. Like I said, Capon I rate a lot, so I'm going to have him on the bench. Abano and Paul Hill. If the scrum's struggling, 2 big guys to come on. Let's put Munger on the bench as well. He's very, very young at second row, but hey, this is the perfect game to try him. Harry Randall there. Dan Kelly I've put in. England need 12s, and with Kelly, you've got a potential 12. He's very young, but why not? Let's get the 12s out there, see what they can do. And I like Ollie Slightholme an awful lot, so I want him on the bench and I want to see him feature on the wing at some point. So there's the team basically. Let me know what you think. Is that the sort of team you want to see go up against Scotland A? Would you put in even more inexperienced players? I think I've kind of got my limit there. I want to kind of balance it a little bit. But I think I've got a lot of exciting young players in. And let me know if Eddie Jones's approach is correct. Kind of just look at everyone and hope someone pops up, or should he narrow down and maybe go to the guys that have been identified as the talent, from the system, from the clubs, maybe trust the system a little bit more. Who knows? Anyway, guys, love to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time.